What's up YouTube, NCG here, bringing you a Rokket deck profile. Now this one has a very nice spicy little tech, as you can kind of guess from here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take you through the deck profile, I'll explain why we've got that touch in, and we'll show you what we can do with the deck. So we start off with triple Magna Rokket Dragon. All the Rokket Dragons have the same effect. When a Link Monster's effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, you then get to use a certain effect. So with Magna Rokket, you destroy this card, then send one monster on the field to the graveyard, and then it has a secondary effect. If this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard this turn, you special summon a Rokket monster from your deck, so you can only use that once per turn. Triple Auto Rokket Dragon. So this one's effect is when it's targeted by a Link Monster's effect, you destroy this card, then send a spell or trap card on the field to the graveyard, and then it has the same second effect as the previous one. Zoom in a bit better there for you guys. And then triple Anist Rokket. Again, this one is when it's targeted by a Link Monster's effect, you can make one face-up monster on the field unable to attack, and it has its effects negated. And then, of course, you special summon another one from deck. So this is 9 times out of 10 one of the ones you special summon because it's got a 2200 backside, so it's quite defensive and protective. Next up, triple Gateway Dragon. Now we play obviously 9 Rokket Dragons, which are going to be Darks level 4s, which is exactly what Gateway can do. So if your opponent controls a Link Monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you can only special summon it once per turn that way. And then once per turn, you special summon one level 4 or lower Dark Dragon monster from your hand. And obviously we play the 3 Rockets of each, so that's 9 there. It can then special summon itself as well. And then of course you've got 2 Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Now this is because we play the what's it called? Dragon's Ravine build, sorry, with Destrudo, and then of course also its effect to revive itself from the graveyard if you control no monsters also helps you go for your rank 4 plays and of course your Link plays as well. Next up, this is where a part of our spicy tech comes in. We play triple Summoner Monk and 1 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Now, the triple Summoner Monk can help you out massively because, of course, you can use its effect. You play quite a heavy spell lineup. You use its effect to special summon out your Gateway Dragon if you want, and then Gateway can bring you one from hand, and straight away you've got a Link 3 on board. But then, of course, also on top of that, you can special summon out Elemental Hero Shadow Mist using Summoner Monk's effect, and search out our quick play, our change card, which is Masked Change 2, which can then boost your plays for Masked Hero Darklaw. So the one we play is the 1 Maxi, because it's the strongest hand trap in the game, the 1 Destrudo, the 1 Blackwing Gofu, because it's still quite relevant. Because you play Allure of Darkness in here, it's never really a dead card. It's a nice one to open up with, and it can still get you a Deco Talker first turn, or help extend your plays to go into other Link monsters if you wish. And then, of course, it's also an easy drop fodder for Allure of Darkness. And then, of course, we play the 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Because you do play quite a few dragons in the deck, it also helps you kind of abuse its effect and special summon it out, and it's still a 2800 special summon beta on board. Now on to the spells. We play triple Scrib Draw. This is your draw card for your Rockets. You target a Rokket monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, draw 2 cards. So that's very, very nice. And then obviously because you've destroyed it, it then gets its effect off in the end phase. Next up, we play triple Quick Launch. This basically is not once per turn, which is awesome. You special summon a Rokket monster from your deck, but it can out attack and it's destroyed during the end phase. So you either use it as quick play, Link fodder, or you use it to defend yourself, and then of course it gets destroyed and you get a special summon in the end phase as well. Next up, triple Allure of Darkness. Our whole deck is pretty much dark, minus Max C, even your Summoner Monks, and of course Elemental Hero Shadow Mist as well. Not that you want to be banishing your Shadow Mist off of it, but if you have used you've already used your Masked Change 2s or stuff like that, it's fine. Double Scapegoat, just to help you kind of go, obviously push into your Link monsters, and on top of that, again, of course, it can defend for you as well. You mainly set this card, use it during your opponent's turn, and if you've got a Rokket monster on board, you're going to play Scrib Draw to get your +2s and extend that way. Double Masked Change 2. Now we're playing 2 because it will never really be dead with the stuff like Summoner Monk, because it's a nice easy discard if you've already used it. But the fact that you can search it, plus its Darklaw is very, very powerful in the sense that because heroes themselves as a core deck are having time to adjust to links, hopefully we get a Link monster. A Link hero would be really, really cool. Like an Elemental Hero or something like that in the Link Vrains set, but I doubt that. Like, I'm not 100% sure if that will happen until it's confirmed. But it's still very, very helpful and very, very strong. And then obviously with Darklaw, you can use that to link someone if you want. But ideally, you want to get a link monster on board, then Masked Change one of your monsters into Darklaw, and it kind of just solidifies your position. double Dragon's Ravine and 1 Terraforming. Obviously this is for your Destrudo plays, which can then go into your Synchro plays, and of course extend further that way. 1 Raigeki, and then of course the 1 Dragon Shrine, which again can send you Dark Worm to help make your rank 4 plays if you want to sit on Bakzuka, or it can also help you kind of extend your plays for your Link monsters to go into stuff like Borolo Dragon, Decode Talker, Trigate Wizard, and so on and so forth. So that's it for the main deck. We don't obviously play traps because of the Summon Monk kind of way that we're going with it. We want to have as much fodder for Summon Monk as possible, so it's never really a dead draw, and then kind of extend our plays that way. So on to our extra deck, we play double Borolo Dragon. This card is busted as hell. It's really, really nice card. Obviously, it is a Link 4, and it requires 3 or more effect monsters to be made, but neither player can target this card with monster effects. Once per turn, you can, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. It loses 500 attack and defense. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster to a zone this card points to and take control of it, but send it to the graveyard during the end phase of that turn, of the next turn. So you've then stolen an opponent's monster. If you steal a Link monster, you abuse its Link to Link zones, extend your board, and then you either use it to Link someone with, or you kind of just let it go at the end phase, and you've taken out one of your opponent's strongest monsters. Our other Link 4s, we've got Firewall Dragon and Topological Bomber Dragon. Now, it's very, very nice with Topological Bomber Dragon because you can loop it with Scapegoat. Obviously, you activate Scapegoat, put tokens there, and then it can help nuke your opponent's board. And because it's not once per turn, you can probably do it over and over again. Because it's just, if it's special summon to a zone this points to, you destroy all monsters in the main monster zone. Also, your other monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn. So if you're doing it during your opponent's turn, absolutely fine. And then if this card attacked an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. So not only can it then burn your opponent, it's a nice 3k beater. Because we play loads of Link monsters, Ningrusu is a very, very nice non-targeting removal. You know, if you ever have dead cards on the field or like stuff like that, it kind of helps you circle them through, plus being a nice 2500 beater to protect your stuff as well. The 1 Decode Talker, the 1 brand new Trigate Wizard, very, very cool on that one. And then, of course, the 1 Gaia Saber, the Lightning Shadow. This is just your normal, you're playing your tokens with your Scapegoat and stuff like that. So Scapegoat can help you go into Gaia Saber and extend your plays that way. Especially if you've gone Go-Through into a Decode Talker and then Scapegoat into a Gaia Saber. You've already unlocked 2 more spaces there, plus you've got another space for Decode. You know, and you can kind of just build your board from there. Plus, he's a nice, easy link up to Trigate Wizard if you get Trigate down at the bottom as well. We've then got the 1 Proxy Dragon, the 1 Akeshic Magician. I really, really like this card. And then the 1 Twin Triangle Dragon. Now, in this build, it's less relevant, which is why it's only played at 1. But obviously, it can target stuff like Destrudo and revive that. It then can revive your Gofu as well, I believe. Let me just double check. I believe it can, and then obviously it can just revive some of your other level 5 or higher monsters, especially your Synchros as well. So you've got Black Rose Moon that you can make, speaking of which, and of course your Ancient Fairy Dragon. So these are your Destrudo playmakers. Black Rose to nuke the board if you're in danger, and then Ancient Fairy Dragon is probably your main one because then you can destroy your Dragon's Ravine, deck thin a little bit more, activate if you need to, and then obviously your Terraforming can then be used to be dumped for Summoner Monk. But then Ancient Fairy Dragon is a 3k defender, gives you an extra 1000 life points after you've already paid half your life points for Destrudo, and then can kind of extend your plays from there. You've got one of the Rockets that you can special summon from your hand if you want to, if you're going first or anything like that, to kind of defend a little bit more. But that's one of your options there. We play the 1 rank 4, number 41 Bakzuka. Now, obviously, you can change these up a bit. Like I said, if you want to take out any of these cards like your Akeshic Magician, or if you only want to have Ancient Fairy and not Rose, you can drop that down, bump up your rank 4s, and either go for a second Bakzuka, or you can go into a Tornado Dragon, which are probably the 2 best XYZs in the deck, in the game at the moment as rank 4s. And then finally, obviously, the Masked Hero Darklaw. We all know what this guy does. He's an absolute menace on the board. Can cause your opponent loads and loads of trouble. And of course, you want to be adding him to a link zone. But if you're in danger, or if you think it's going to disrupt your opponent that much, you can just put him into the extra monster zone. Because your opponent is going to want to take out Darklaw. They do not like Darklaw when he's on the board. So that is it for the deck profile. Very straightforward, very simple. Nice little twist on the Rockets as well to kind of see how they do. I am still trialing it out. But other than that, it is proved quite fun to play. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the other videos we've got coming up. We've got loads coming up. I'll be bringing you a new one on Thursday as well. Until next time, guys, see ya.